Look at that. Just willing the pins down. That's it. What's up, guys? BrunsNick's back, and it's time for something I never really do anymore. Comparison time. What are we comparing? We're going to compare all the vibes that are out currently: Arctic vibe, Radioactive vibe, Ocean vibe. We're going to put them through the paces. We're going to throw them. I have SPECTO running. We're going to look at some of the numbers along the way. But before we get to all that, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Now, let's look at all the vibes. Talking vibes today, doing kind of a comparison. And if you notice, this shirt is kind of false advertising today, because we don't put this stuff on everything, especially in this video, because the Ocean vibe does not have HK22. But like my buddy Meatloaf used to say, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So we're gonna look at these balls, we're gonna throw them. I'm gonna start with the Arctic vibe, and then we're gonna go to Radioactive, and then we're gonna throw Ocean vibe. Okay, so all the bowling balls have pretty good play on them. They've all been kind of lane shine a little bit, doing reviews and doing comparisons in the past. So we're just gonna throw them how they are. Look at that. Just willing the pins down. That's it. So there I stood on 20 and kind of just threw my normal shot. And we're gonna just go through the paces. We're gonna throw these bowling balls kind of in order, maybe a little bit skewed up in order, and talk about what we see. Now, the Radioactive vibe has HK22, CT Reactive Max, I believe, solid, whereas the Arctic vibe is CT Max Hybrid, and it's obviously a hybrid. But this one was one of the most angular bowling balls I've ever thrown. Tried throwing it at the House of Pain. It has an old wood center, a lot of friction in that ball. Saw the friction hard and came off the spot so hard I couldn't control it. Because it does stuff like that. Just comes off that spot. So Arctic vibe, Radioactive vibe. I think the Radioactive vibe is sharper and quicker earlier off the spot. Sees it and goes. The hook window is a lot shorter, and it comes off that spot accordingly. So let's throw Ocean vibe, which is a non-HK22 ball. And there's also a ball that comes out the box pretty shiny. In my original review, I had to dull it down a little bit to make it more controllable. So it is lane shined back up. It's nice and shiny. So let's throw it again on that same line. People say, hey, Nick, how long do you hold on to your bowling balls for? I'm like, I don't know. I got a big old rack from Costco, Sam's Club, whatever. I'm more of a Costco guy. I don't know about you guys. All right. I threw them kind of in the same ballpark. Let's see. Yeah, might have thrown the Arctic vibe maybe a little bit faster, touch faster, but hey, I'm not a robot. Never claimed to be. I'm pretty accurate. So let's move in 5 and see, because what do we notice on that first shot when we're playing a little straighter is they're all pretty close. You know, maybe minor differences with the shapes. Obviously that Radioactive probably looks the most angular off that spot, and I haven't looked at the numbers yet. But let's move 5. Let's start covering a little bit of oil, going left to right. Oh, come in. There you go. A little delayed messenger. We call that senior carry. That was not a traditional type messenger. That was senior carry. All right, let's change out of that. Let's go to Radioactive, eh? Same spot, now we're 25. That one got out pretty far right. Like that. Am I gonna carry it? No, okay. All right, let's go with the Arctic, same spot. Those last two were pretty close on top of each other. They both hit about the same spot and also hit the pins about the same way, just one didn't get the messenger hit. That's way out wide. Hello. That one's probably a border or so outside of where I wanted. hit the dry a little sooner, picked up and went. So we're not happy with that shot. I don't think that's a fair comparison. So, got some integrity. Let's try not to miss it out the window there. But it's good to see it didn't hang on that spot. It came off that spot pretty hard, but I missed quite a bit. Ah, carry that. I like pretty good. That one definitely starts up a little bit sooner. Kind of tractions. So Arctic definitely picked up the soonest there. Went off that spot and read the lane earlier and started hooking earlier. So let's move another 5. Let's keep looking at this. Let's start with the Radioactive this time. How about that? All right, 30 with my feet. I'm going to have to bring the speed down now a little bit. Man, that ball's so good. When there's some oil in the lane and you need to go around the pattern a little bit, this is a strong ball. I've never taken the surface down, but this thing could probably handle quite a bit of oil. If you knock that compound finish off, hit it with some surface, like 500, 1500, this thing could be a beast. All right, let's go Arctic. We'll do ocean last. What do we say? What do we say? I'd say that's pretty darn close. A little smoother responding, at least to my eyes. SPECTO may tell a different story. I saw that one a little smoother. Break points were about the same. Launch position within a board. So pretty darn close. Let's throw the ocean there, see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen. I imagine this is gonna go a little longer. But what do I know? Get there. Look at that. Ocean Vibe is just sending logs, messengers across the whole thing. Like, man, I don't remember sending messengers with the Ocean Vibe. But now it's like I got 2 in one video? It's insane. Let's look at the SPECTO. Those 3 shots pretty much right on top of each other. Pretty crazy to see that, you know, even though the core doesn't change, the cover stock differences create quite a bit of difference. So I hope you learned a little something with these 3 vibes going down the lane. Minor details with how different they are, but there are differences indeed. So how are you gonna pick one over the other? There is minor differences, like I said. Radioactive vibe, stronger, more flip. Arctic vibe, a little bit smoother, but still strong, a little bit longer hook window. And then your ocean vibe, which is gonna be your cleanest and longest down the lane, not necessarily skid flip, but more control. So that's all today for the vibe comparison. Hope you learned something. If you did, please drop me a line. I always read them. Sometimes I respond to all of them. But please subscribe. Check out the merch on Inside Bowling. Talk to you guys soon.